use Control O to open the image document. Okay, now just open one image document here. When you open a image document here, come to the image menu, go to the image, the mode level. What is it? It is a RGB mode. The name is woman, then some text is there, number is there, and the mode will be the RGB, and the size will be the 19.8 percentage. And you can increase the percentage. It is I would like to give the 5%, automatically it will be decrease. And I would like to give that 200, and automatically it will increase. This is nothing but to increase and decreasing the image size in the Photoshop. And Control plus zoom in, Control minus zoom out in the keyboard shortcut. Okay, now come to here, go to the image mode. Already it is a RGB mode. We have to work with the RGB mode only. If you want to change it to grayscale, just change it as a grayscale, then automatically the mode will become like complete the black and white. Now you can open any color, or also the color will not be work. Why means it the mode is a RGB or grayscale mode. Just close the document and just close all the documents. Now again, to open the image document, Control O to open the image document and select one image, open like this. Now come to the image mode. If you want to change into CMYK, you can change it. RGB means you can change it. Grayscale means black and white, it will change it. Like this, you can change the modes. But come to the auto tone. How the auto tone is activated? See, what is the original image? This is the original image, friends. This is the original image. And when you're clicking image menu, auto tone, see how the effect has been happened. Control J duplicate, sorry, Control Z step backward, Control Z step forward. See, we can see the auto tone. And come to here, this is the original again. I'm just taking auto contrast. A small changes has been applied in the image. Auto contrast. First one, it is a auto tone. And if you go for one more image document, you can take it here and come to here, image auto contrast. See the lightness, what it has been activated, auto contrast. Again, open one more image. I can taking this one, image auto color. See, this is a natural color what they have taken. This is not a this greenish, it's not looking like it's not a good, and would like to go with a skin tone and sunlight, the effects, everything. Come to the image auto color. Auto color is nothing but it's take by default color. Takes by default color. This is the thing. Image. Okay, and auto color. Okay, fine. And sir, what is this size? What is the size of the image? Come to here, come to the image and image size. Image size, sir, it is a 1200 by 801. Come to the inches. We have to calculate very easily, 16 inches by 11 inches. Okay, I would like to reduce the size. Come to the 10, then automatically the height also decrease. Why means it is in a proportional link. It is in a proportional link. If you remove this link, then automatically we can give individual. Okay, and I'm just taking here the 5 means automatically only the width will be changed. We can see the preview here. And I can take 2 means automatically you can see the preview here. And I'm just giving 10 and I'm just taking the 5 here. See, you can see the preview. Just give the relink, and if you decrease the 10, automatically it will take the default size of the height also and click it OK. Here we can increase and decrease the image size. This is the image. This is the image, but this image size is OK. For image size, we have a shortcut Control Alt I in the keyboard. Control Alt I in the keyboard. Already we have an option here, image size. Control Alt I and come to the canvas size, click it here. And what is the differences between image size and canvas size? Canvas size is nothing but it is a document size. It is a document size. Come to the inches. I'm just keeping here. It's 20. The width I'm increased 20 and come to here. Just click it OK. Then what happened? The 20 has been activated. See, the size has been increased. The size has been increased of the width. The image has been disturbed. No, the image will not be disturbed. Why means it is a canvas size. Okay, Control Alt C, the canvas size. In the keyboard, you can see here, Control Alt C, canvas size, and click it here, and it is a 20. Sir, why the color it came green in the background? Why means when you increasing any document size, then automatically the document color, it will take the background color to increasing the width and heights to the image. The image width and heights automatically increasing using with the canvas, then automatically the colors will be defaultly it's take the background color like this. And if you increase the 15 in the height, the image will not be disturbed, only the height will be changed like this. That is the both differences between image size and canvas size. And I would like to change the angle image rotation 90 clockwise and image rotation 90 counterclockwise. Image rotation, it is a 180 degrees, and come to here. I can change into the image rotations, image clockwise and anti-clockwise, and flip canvas horizontal. See, automatically the goat it is in a left side in the previous. Now it is in a right side in the previous. Now it is in a left side of the hand. Like this, we can reverse the things. Again, you can come to here, image rotation, flip canvas horizontal, like this, and come to here, image menu, and we have a so much of space here. That is the extra space. For extra space, how can we cut it? Using with a crop tool, I can take a cropping and I can cut it like this, and just drag it and double click on the layer. Like this we can crop the object, like crop the document. But here we have a shortcut. Without selecting the cropping, directly go to the image menu and click it trim option. Click it trim, then automatically it is take the top, bottom, left, right, everything, and click it OK. Then automatically it will be crop. And come to here, take a duplicate. I'm just duplicating the image. What is the what is the original image name? Boys 1807545. Okay, but when you come to here, file, when you come to the image, duplicate. See, boys 1807545 copy. I'm just taking the copy, click it, then automatically we can see the duplicate document. See, I am here I'm not creating any duplicate layer. This is a complete document. This document is creating a duplicate. Why means we don't work with the original images. Original images will be disturbed. Then automatically we can't come back again. That's why we have to duplicate it and we have to work with the duplicate images only. Duplicate images only. Like this we can do the friends, and this will be the duplicate image only. Then go to the apply image. What is this one for apply image? This is a multiply mode, and come to here darken mode, and we have so many shades to apply here. That is blending mode, color dodge, and linear dodge, and lighting colors, and overlay. See, like this the effects will be flow, the original and the effects. These are the effects we are applying for the blending styles to the image document that we call as apply image. Click it OK. Then come to the backward, Control Alt Z, step backward in the keyboard. Now again go to the image menu, and click it calculations. And the same thing what applied in the apply image, the same thing we can apply in the calculations. But apply image it's take the color, calculations it's take the black and white. Like this, and the same blending modes will be run here with the styles, with the blend styles. Click it OK. Now come to the image menu. This is the things we have to practice. Mainly we have to choose here image size and canvas size and image rotation. These three are important, and trim is also important, and these are the default things like auto tone and auto contrast and auto color. And the modes, basically the modes already we saw, but mainly we use with RGB and CMYK only. Like this, these steps you can practice with the image menu and file open to open the images, and we have a shortcut here, Control O to open the images. Okay, and we can open the images. I'm just taking this image document. I got this image from Unsplash. Select this image and come to the image adjustments and brightness and contrast. Select this one, and you can increase the brightness and contrast, to increase the brightness, and we can decrease the contrast. Contrast is nothing but the depth of the color, and you can see here, see how it is, how it looks. Now you can give the contrast more, then automatically we can get the depth of the color, and we can see the image will be very colorful, and increasing the brightness also, we can increase the brightness on the image. Like this, we can increase and decrease the image using with brightness and contrast. Come to the image adjustments levels. What is levels? Levels is also a to increase and decrease the brightness and darkness. This is one type of styles we can, like this, we can give some effects. You can see the preview. The image of the image, the shed color of the image, you can see the depth like this. Now I can go one more image document for depth, and I can go for one more image. I just taken a multiple images with multiple documents here, and you can select this image, how the grass level is there and how the image is there. You can check it and come to here, image mode adjustments, and create here as a curves, brightness and contrast, levels, curves. We can see that the three things are similar only. We can increase the brightness and we can decrease the contrast on the image. We can see the depth of the grass level and how it's look, it's very greenery, and based on the previous image you can see the preview of the image. See how the depth it is there. Like this, we can work it and we can give the depth of the image using with brightness and contrast, and we can drag it like this, and we have a string of this. We can drag it like this, then automatically the image will be disturbed using with preview. See, and you have to give the value of the inputs very less, like 50, then automatically we can see the values. It's 80, it's 150. You can see it and make it as a value like this, and give it 200 like this, and you can go with a 170, 150, and you have to again the adjustments of the curves. Sir, I would like to give the channel, this is a RGB mode. Why means it is a RGB level, that's why it's taking the balance of all the colors. I would like to give only the green. You can go with the channel green mode, and you can increase and decrease the green style like this. Then it is affecting total the image document. Then what should we have to do? We have to cut this image separately, and after that we have to give the level of the image, and we have a paths in the path palette. Already we cut the image in previously using with a pen tool. Already we have that path in here, and you can select this path, and for a path selection, see here, for this path selection, and to get the selection, you have to go with the right click and make selection using with the direct selection tool. Right click, make selection, or other keyboard, you just press Control Enter to get this path selection. Okay, and go with a feather. It's 1.5 for the feather. I'm just giving feather radius 1.5 using with a shortcut Shift F6. Shift F6, we can get the feather selection and click it OK. Now I would like to duplicate a image with layer. Control J in the keyboard. You can get the duplicate of the image. This is the original and this is only the image. See, now come to here. I just separated the image from the background. I'm just selecting this background and go to the image adjustments and giving with some levels. Now you can see the adjustments of the thing. It is affected only the background only. Why means it is affected only the background? Why means we selected the background layer only. The upper of the image layer, it's not disturbed. Again, you can see, why means it has been isolated from the background. The image of the subject, the character, we just isolated from the background, and you can select this image, the subject of the image, come to image adjustments and go to with brightness and contrast to increasing the brightness and decreasing the contrast of the image, and don't give the values more. Why means automatically it will be burned the image, and it will be the image will be completely disturbed, and give the brightness and contrast with a little bit like this, and go with the contrast levels and click it. Now check it with the preview, then you can see the depth of the image, and and this is a brightness and contrast, and we given this one as a like using with curves. And come to here, we have a levels and curves. The both things are similar. I told you that select this. I just selected the background image and went to the curves. And what is the shortcut of the curves? Control M for curves. Yeah. Now come to the one more image document, file open, and we have a shortcut here. Control O to open the image document. You can get some more image here. Yeah, you have a multiple images. You can select this image document and open it. I got this image from Unsplash. It is not that much brighter. Then go to the image adjustments. We can adjust with brightness, levels, curves, and we can go with expose based on camera, lightness, and offsets. You can see the depthness of the image and gamma correction and give the values only, just based on the values, and decrease the exposure value. Now you can check it here. Then automatically the highlights will be highlighted from the shoe and here the face, then the laptop and the hands. You can see here and give the values. It's a 1 and it is a minus 0.03 and 0.7. Like this the values it is going, and click it and see the preview of the image. See how the preview of the image, that is called exposure. Exposure is nothing but we can get the complete the highlights and levels and the lightness of the image what we have and what the image has taken on that lightness. The camera of the raw image where we have taken, automatically the lightness will adjust easily using with this exposure. And this is the image. And come to the image adjustment, vibrance. Vibrance is nothing but giving the so much of colors. See here, giving more saturation, and we can decrease the saturation also, like black and white shades, just giving a light little bit of tint color and applying with saturation, and click it preview. The saturation, if you increase means you can increase, and if you decrease means you can decrease. And vibrance is nothing the image. You can check with the tint colors like this. And this is one type of option from image adjustments. Image adjustments, go to the hue and saturation, and the shortcut is Control U. In the keyboard and select it. You can get the hue and saturation and the lightness and see the changes of everything. Like this, we can modify the colors and come to the image adjustments, brightness and contrast. Okay, image adjustments, go to the color balance. Here also we can check with the colors and what are the color tones we have. Just come to one more image, you can get very easily. Control O, open, take this image document, Control B, color balance, Control B, color balance in the keyboard, select it. You can increase the color tone and go to the magenta tone and yellow tones. You can see the changes of the image, and we can feel the image will be in the evening mode like this. We can change it and giving the highlights of the image and select the shadows of the image. We're just highlighting the shadows and go to the highlights part. These are the adjustments of the images. We can give the color corrections of the color. We can give the color correction for the image using with color balance. And come to here, image adjustments, black and white. Already it is in a black and white mode. We can see here. We can apply directly the image. We can directly apply for the image black and white, and we can increase the tones of the image. See here we have a redness on the face. That's why it is changing redness. And here also we have changed that. And what about the green, the background? And what about the yellow? See the face tones. And like this we can modify the color. The black and white modes also we can change the tones of the image. And you would like to give a simple tint color to the image document. Select the tint color and click it here and give the tint color like this. In the mobiles also we can see the tones like sepia and different type of tones and filters. And like this the filters and the color corrections we can apply. We can change the color of the mode and decrease the saturation like this and click it OK. Now come to the Control Alt step backward, image adjustments. Here we have a photo filters. Already we have so many photo filters like cooling filters, orange, and violet, and you can increase the density and decrease the density, and you can keep it red. Like this, we can increase the red tones. This is only the filters of the modes. This is one type of filters. Okay, and particular requirement, particularly we use it this type of options for a particular requirement only. Then we can see on the type on the time only. Okay, now you can go with a channel mixer, and this is a one type of effects using with the lightness increasing and color correction increasing, and you can decreasing and you can decrease, and you can take a red and you can change it like this, and go with a constant like this. Like this, we can give the effects. These are all the effects to apply on the image only. Okay, invert. This is the negative. In the olden days, when you take a photograph, then we can see the negative. That is called like this. The shortcut is Control I for invert. Come to here, image adjustments. It's a posterize. Some effects will be like this using with the posters. If you see the posters in the roads and anywhere, some effects will be flow on the image like this. That is called posterize effects. Like this. We can apply and we can click it. OK. This is one type of effect. Image adjustments, threshold. In black and white also we can see some posterized effects like this. Like this. This is one type of style to applying the threshold option. Okay, image adjustments, gradient map. In using with a gradient map, and we can divide the filters, and we can apply a color to the image document like this, and we can use that one as a reverse colors, and it is a more color. Then go with a single color, double colors like this. We can apply the styles. Now we can go with the reverse colors like this. Click it. OK. This is one type of effect. Filters, images, adjustments, and go to the selective color. Suppose what is the tones we have here? We can go with a one more image document. Close. I'm just closing all the documents. Now come to the file, open. I can open the image document. I just open this image document. You can see this image document and what are the tones we have in this image. More heavy tones. What we have in this image. This is a red tones, the face. But this is not a natural color. We would like to give some natural tones, like not complete the red tones. We have to decrease the red tones. Come to here, image adjustments, and go to the selective color. Selective color is nothing but we can adjust the color. We can adjust the color for a particular what we required. Okay, and I would like to decrease the red tone colors in the image document. You can take a reds and increase and decrease the cyan mode. You can check it here and decrease the cyan and increase the magenta modes and give some yellowish tones on the image. And black is nothing but some blackness we can see here in the edges. See, and how the image flow is go. Already it is that the more reddishness we can see in the image in the previous time. Now you can already be adjusted with some properties using keeping the color of red, and you can see the preview. See how the changes it happened. Automatically the reddishness has been changed and it has been came as a natural color, and using with this selective color option. Okay, now image adjustment, go to the shadows and highlights. What are the shadows and highlights? We can see this image. Why means we can't calculate the shadows and highlights. Automatically it's take the shadows and highlights and it can adjust very easily using with shadows and highlights like this. And go for one more image and we can see the shadows and highlights here. This one and here we can see the shadows and highlights on this image document. Now you can apply a image adjustments, shadows and highlights. What happened here? Automatically it will reduce. See, automatically it can reduce and we can get that effect. We can get that effect and where the shadows and highlights are applied. You can see clearly using with preview, applying the shadows and highlights. click it OK. Otherwise you can adjust with the properties what we have. Image adjustments and HDR tonings. Select it and we can apply the color tone of the image. See, using with the radius, and you can decrease the radius also, and go to the strength and go to the gamma and exposure levels to increase and decrease. Already this is the second time we are seeing exposure and details like this. This is one type of effect, and giving the shadows and highlights and vibrance, color and saturation, and decrease the saturation like this. You can give that smoothness of the image. See, you need to give more details, and you can give the more details here, and you can see like this the sharp edges of the image. This is one type of effects. This is all the things, all the options. Here we have the adjustments and we have all the options here, and we can apply these options from the images only. Okay, this is the thing, shadows and highlights. Okay, and okay, everything is clear. HDR toning is completed, and come to the desaturate. What is desaturate? Desaturate is nothing but black and white. See, it is a color image. I should give this color image to a black and white using with a keyboard. Control Shift U in the keyboard. Control Shift U in the keyboard. Then automatically it will come black and white. Black and white. Now come to here, image adjustments. See here we have a shortcut here, and come to the match color. We have already image here. Close this document and close this document and go to file, open. You can take a multiple images here. I'm just selected one image and open it. Come to here, image adjustments and match color. Match color is nothing to increase the lightness on the image. See, the image is increasing the lightness and color intensity like this, and fading some shade. This is only applying, the match color is applying completely the image of lightness and intensities and the luminance of for the effects also. And this we can apply these options to giving this type of lightness on the image. Okay, now come to the image menu, adjustments. Here, replace color. I would like to replace this dress color, and you can select this dress color, and in just taking the eye pointer, just click it, then automatically we can see the black and white here. That is called alpha channel. That is called alpha channel. The black value will be the 0 and the white value will be the 1. And black is a non-visibility layer, white is a visibility layer. Means white we can visibility easily. Means what the white layer we have, that only the effect will be applied, and what the black we can see, that is a non-visibility layer. The effect what we apply, that won't be applied for this. Means what we have to do, we have to give the some strongness of the alpha channel. We have to get this dress completely with a complete alpha range, like it's a white. Then increase the fuzziness of the image, increase the fuzziness of the image. And what happened here, this is not a same color, that's why it's not affecting here. And take a plus symbol and click it here to get the more strongness of the white channel, and to increasing this one. Now see friends, and what is the color we picked here? It is a rose color. Okay, this is the purple and rose color, and you can select already you got already alpha channel very strong using with the white color. Now you can change the hue saturation, then automatically the color will be edit. And sir, what happened sir, we didn't get this one. Means this is the shades of the image. You can take a plus symbol and just click it on here, then automatically you can see like this. We can change the color mode of the image easily. We can replace the image color. This is one type of step. Okay, and increasing the hue and saturation, and increasing the saturation levels, and you need a lightness or darkness, you can check it, and you can see the what is the original color and what is the color you applied. And we have a edges that effect, and go to the plus symbol and you can click it the edges also, then automatically the effects will be applied like this, and click it Okay. Image adjustments and replace color. Just click it the here and go to the more strongness, fusioness, and take a one more plus symbol and click it here. Then automatically we can see the color what we applied, and we can see the faces also. And come to the image adjustments and equalize. Automatically the equalize effect will be applied for the total background and image. See how the image, it is a some disturbance, it is a raw image. Automatically the effect applied to the equalize. Automatically equalize is nothing but to getting the effective color and effective lightness and effective shadows and everything automatically with the complete image document. This is one type of style. These are the options we can see. Just a second. These are the options we can see for adjustments and properties, and applying a complete the color corrections and color modes and colors and lightness and brightness and contrast and desaturates and replacing colors. These are all the options in the image menu. Okay, like this we can take it. Sir, then how can we give a black and white image to color? This is a concept actually, and this is a black and white image. Just open a black and white image, and this is the black and white image document. How can I apply this effects, everything, and come to here? And first of all, we have to do the pen tool, and I'm just selecting the pen tool. And first of all, I'm selecting the color, what I would like to take here. And just zoom it, and when we can see the black and white image like this, we can select the image, and this is the image. I would like to cut this image, and control enter for path selection. Control enter for path selection. Give feather shift F6 in the keyboard 0.5, otherwise 1, and give it. And control, we have a selection, and we have to duplicate this layer. Control J, duplicate the layer, and automatically it has been duplicated. And just double click on here, and you can rename it. It is address 1. Now this is one layer. Okay, good. Sir, now how can I apply this color for this layer using with control B, color balance. Control B, color balance in the keyboard. We have a shortcut, friends. Okay. Control B, color balance, and I'm just filling the color. I'm just taking this color and click it OK. And this is only the midtones. I would like to give this color as a highlights also. And come to the shadows part and give the shadows also. What are the values we have given? 0, 39, 59 for shadows, midtone 68, 100, highlights. We have given so many of values with every step. The tone balancing we have done, every value we have taken from the tone balances like shadows, midtones, and highlights. Now click it here. Okay. And again, I'm just taking here this color. The part of dress color, again, the second part of the dress color, I would like to cut the image. Zoom the image document. Control plus in the zoom image document to zooming. Control plus in the keyboard. Now again take a move tool. Just select it I'm just selecting the points again, that yeah, like this. And if there is a black and white image, friends, whenever the client is given the black and white image, to create a color for this one, you have to take this type of steps for step by step. and you have to cut the different element, means different parts for the image. After that you have to give the color tones. Yeah, I need only the color, not for hand. Okay, just select this one and again control enter for path selection and come to the original document. Like this is the original document, friends. Select the background image and control select the background image and hold shift F6 for the feather selection. Give a feather selection, shift F6 in the keyboard, 0.5 or 1 in the keyboard, click it OK. Then automatically now you have to duplicate. The shortcut is Control J for duplicate. And this is called Dress 2. See, I am doing the step-by-step part. I'm not after completing the dress part only, I'm going to the hat or face or whatever maybe. Okay, first you do the first step, you have done that this dress part one. Again, don't go with a hat and face. Why? Means the same color tone should be applied to the dress too also. Okay, what the part you are starting, that should be complete only. That part should be completeness only. After that you have to go for the second part. Okay, now dress 2 has taken. Again I have to give the, for dress 2 I have to give the same color tone to this dress color. How can it's possible? See, again I pressed the same color tone I can apply here. Is it possible? And I can get the values what we applied here. Means we don't know, already we applied already this one. Okay, then how can I apply the same colors to here? Okay, if you go with a control B, color balance, we can see that colored what the color values we have given. We can't. Okay, then how is it possible the same color tone to applying to this color too? The previously we applied, means it's a recently we applied for this tone. Okay, from the previous step, the next step should be come with the same color. Then select the dress 2 color and use Control B for a color balance. Okay, you know, but here we don't know, you don't know, we have a option the same color tone to applying this color using with a shortcut Control Alt B. Control Alt B, like this. The same color tone will be applied to this color. Then click it. Okay, we can see the color shadows and everything. Okay, click it. Okay. Then what happens, sir? My hand should be come like as a some skin tone color. Okay. And after this skin tone color, what should we take? The same skin tone color we have to work. Okay. Now come to here, take a zoom, or it is not looking good. Just remove the, hide the layer, and you can only the select part will become. I'm just taking the skin tone color only, friends. Like this. Control enter for select this one. Control enter for path selection. And now come to the original document, friends. Again, go to the, don't keep here this layer. We have to again select this layer only. Original layer. Control J, duplicate that layer. Now you can see the hands. And what is the color? We can see where is the hands layer, sir? Already we done the hands layer. It has been down of the dress layer. Just keep the hands upon the dress layer, then automatically you can see. Okay, and first of all we done a mistake, friends. Here come to the step backward, Control Alt Z. Why? Means Control Alt Z. Again I'll explain you. Control Alt Z. See, again I came to the starting step, the hand selection. Why? Means we didn't given the feather. If you give the feather only, we can adjust the smoothness of the edge 0.5, select it, and now you can select the original layer. Now apply Control J to duplicate the layer. Now you can rename it here like as a hands and select this one and keep the upon the image upon the dress layer, then automatically the layer will be visible. Okay, now select the hands layer. I would like to apply the skin tone for this layer. Control B, color balance. Sir, already the effect has been applied with the color balance. We already saw with color balance. Then show me with another tool that is called Control U, hue and saturation. Hue and saturation. And see if you move it, then the color is applying to this image. No. Why? Why the color is not applying to this layer? Why means we don't have the colorize option here. Just click on the colorize, then we can see the color tone of the image. You can give the saturation and you can adjust the properties like this. See, like this we can apply, and this is one type of step for color hue and saturation. Okay, but I don't go with this hue and saturation. Why means for this image we need a highlights, we need a midtones, we need a shadows. For this one means here also we can apply, but here also we can take some sepia tones. But what happened, I would like to go with a flexible option that is called Control B, color balance, and you would like to go with some reddishness increasing, some yellow increasing, and click the shadows, increase some reddishness and some yellowish, and go to the highlights, just increase some reddishness, some red levels and the yellow tone levels. Then see, you can, this is the one type of skin tone color. Click it and come to here. We can go with the and here we have a hair. Just make it as a rough here. I'll explain you why I kept here roughly. Like this. I just taken like this and control enter for path selection. Control enter for path selection. Select the background image. Again, cue the feather selection for this selection and shift F6 in the keyboard. Shift F6 in the keyboard and give 0.5 or 1 for the feather selection based on the selection requirement and click it OK. Then come to here, friends, just make a duplicate using with Control J in the keyboard and click it here and go with rename. It is a face. Now everything is going good. Everything is going good. Now select this one. Already we applied for a hands for a skin tone color. The same skin tone color to be applied for this face. What is the shortcut? Already we saw in the previous session for the dress. Already we used for Control B is to applying a Control B is to applying the color balance. The same color tone properties should be applied to this layer. Then come to here, Control Alt B. Okay, now so what happens, sir? The skin tone color and here the both are okay, good, looking good. Then why you have taken the extra layer for this? The skin we can see here only, but we can't cut the margin very perfectly. Why means the skin tone is adjusted with the hair. The the skin tone is already attached with some hair. That's why I can't give that much proper the cut mark. That's why I just taken it roughly. Then use a eraser tool right now. Just use a eraser tool and decrease the size of the layer. Decrease the size using with left bracket and right bracket. And take a soft brush and decrease some opacity and flow. Zoom it Now you can see here, friends, like this, we can see the same. See, this is one type of skin tone color. Okay, sir, here the skin tone is okay, here the skin tone is okay, but here also the same skin tones now. Then don't go with a hat color. Don't do anything changes. Why means we have a continuation of the color balance properties. The same color balance properties we can apply to here and here also. I'm just taking this one. Make a selection very perfectly. And just taking the rough already what I explained in the previous time. Select it. Now this one is a come to the original document. To get the selection for the path selection, control enter for path selection in the keyboard and give feather selection, shift F6 in the keyboard, 0.5 the value of the pixels and click it OK. Then go to here the original document and control J duplicate the layer, and this is called face. Select it the layer and rename it. It is called phase 2. Now the same color balance should be applied here. The same color properties should be applied here. And the shortcut is Control Alt B for color balance properties. Control B is a color balance. Control B is a color balance, but the same property should be applicable to here. Select the layer and use Control Alt B. Now it is very clear, sir, and it's looking very good. Then the same properties we applied here. Okay, then click it OK. Now the same thing, take a eraser tool. In the shortcut we have E for the eraser tool. Select it and go to the soft brush, decrease the diameter of the size and go to the opacity. We can decrease the opacity some value, and flow also you can just decrease and zoom it here, and you can erase it like this. And here also the hair is attached with the skin. Just decrease the size and keep it like this. See again now the value is missing, and decrease the opacity and flow. Just only just press as a roughly. See like this we can give the skin tone and the edges of the hair. And here also the hair is there, and see the hair is there, and decrease the opacity and decrease the flow and press just rough like this, then automatically the skin tone will be decrease. See, select this face layer, go to the eraser tool. Now you can erase it as rough like this. And the same thing here, we have a hands layer. Come to the pen tool. Again, you can select the pen tool. Like this, we can adjust it. And control enter for path selection. Select the original image and hold shift F6 for the feather selection 0.5 and select the original background only and control J duplicate in the layer. Select this and rename it as a hand 02. This one. Okay. Now again, select this one here also, the hand layer. the image is not that much quality, friends. That's why it's the pixels is breaking. Select the direct selection tool. You can adjust these points using with shortcut A. It's a direct selection tool. Selecting the points and control enter for path selection. Path Control enter for path selection and select the original image and go to the shift F6 feather, give the feather radius and control J duplicate the layer. Now this is the one step and we have two layers. It is a hand 2. Already it is hand 2, it's a hand 3. Now select the hand 2 layer means this layer. Okay, control alt B color balance and select this one control alt B color balance. We can save these properties and after giving this one, this is very looking very hard and better than this one. Just select this layer and go to the control L levels for the adjustment of lightness and adjustments. You can go with the lightness like this. See, you can see the lightness of the both variations of the hands and click OK. Like this, we can give in the adjustments, everything. Now, what about the hats? And select the hat layer like this. Like this, we can cut the hat image and control enter for path selection, shift F6 for the feather selection. I'm just giving this is the long selection. I'm just giving the properties of feather 1 and select it, click it OK and come to the original background, select it, control J, duplicate. This is called hat 1. Sir, you applied almost complete the color balance only. Please apply for this a hue and saturation. Now select this one and go to the hue and saturation. Control U in the keyboard. Control U in the keyboard. Select this and make it colorize. Make it colorize and you can take the hat saturation colors. Like this, you can change the colors. Click it OK. Now select this one and make it here also the selection process. For take a pen tool and select this hat here also. And this is the shadows. This is not a hair. And select this one with a hair layer like this, and increase the zoom and take a direct selection tool. You just select it and control minus zoom out. Control minus zoom out and control 0 to fit the document. Automatically the document will be fit, and control enter for the path selection and shift F6 for the feather radius. I'm just giving, this is a long selection, that's why I'm just giving 1 and click it OK. Then click it the original image, control J duplicate. This is called hat 2. Just rename it. Now control, already it is a hue and saturation, control U. Okay, if you select this, control U means it won't become. Y means the same properties you need to this hat, then select it, control alt U, like this. The same properties will become, that is called hue and saturation with the duplicating. This is the thing to give a black and white image to color. Like this, we can create, like this, we can create a black and white image to color image using with layers with an easy way process. Okay. Thanks, and save it this one. This is a image, black and white to image, color image, and select this one. I'm just giving the desktop, save it. Save this one. Okay, now file, save as, and give desktop, and now give JPG. Save it and click it OK. Now we can see the this one. See, we can see the differences between both. Like this, we can create the background image and we can keep it this one like just crop this one using with crop tool C in the keyboard like this, and crop this one. Otherwise you just take this image and keep it here like this. Oh, just crop it like this. We can see the both difference cropping things. Just JPG, just save it. Like this, we can create the black and white image to color image. File, new document. To open a new document, we have a shortcut, friends, here, Control N to create a new document in the keyboard. Here, you could just click it, inches. I'm just keeping 10 inches by 10 inches. And the resolution will be, I'm just keeping 72 for default resolution. And color mode will be the RGB. And the bitrate will be the 8-bit. And background color will be the white. And click it OK. And this is the interface of the Photoshop application, and we just taken one new document here. Now to taking a new layer, to take a new layer, come to the layer, new layer, and we have a shortcut, friends, here, Control Shift N. Why are going there? Okay, we have a shortcut in the keyboard that is called new layer. If you click it, automatically we can see the new layer, and select this layer and come to the trash box. Just place it in the trash box. Automatically it will remove, and I can take layer from with a shortcut Control Shift N, or otherwise just click in here in the layer palette. You can see the new layer. Again you can delete this layer, and we have an option here, layer, and new layer, and layer from background. What the background it is there, it is already, it is in lock. When you taking a layer from background, automatically it's take, see, it will remove with a layer 0. Why going the means in the menu directly you can click it here, or otherwise you can double click on the layer, then automatically you can see the layer 0. We can remove the lock easily. And the group and ungroups are there. Group from layers. Suppose I'm just taking two to three groups. Suppose here, take a selection and creating one rectangular box and taking a new layer, that is a box layer, and give the color, and taking one more duplicate, Control J in the keyboard, Control J in the keyboard, just take it and fill the color. How many objects we have? Generally 3 objects we have with 3 layers, and change the color. Okay, now I just fill the 3 layers and 3 objects with the color and select the 3 objects, and we have completely 4 layers, and this is the BZ. This we call as a background. You can you can give a lock for this background. Again, you can remove the lock of this background. I can give the lock, I can remove the lock. Okay, now we have 3 layers here. Select the 3 layers and Control G in the keyboard. It is a group. I can transform at a time, it is in a group. See, using with the transform controls, Control T, transform controls in the keyboard, and hold Shift Alt and drag into the one of the corner, then automatically we can get the proportional scaling. Come to the layer menu and duplicate groups. We can duplicate this group also. And see, I can duplicate this group and just delete the groups and contents, and we can go from in the layer menu, or otherwise you can go here, Control J. We can take a number of groups and just using with Shift key and pressing this all the selection at a time and delete the groups of the layers. Sir, Control G group. It is a group. Already we have bind with a group of three objects in the layers. Okay, with 3 layers. I would like to release the group. Means I would like to ungroup the group. Control G is the group. Control Shift G is the ungroup. Control G is a group of the layer. Control Shift G is a ungroup of the layer. We can ungroup the layer group. We can ungroup the group using with Control Shift G. We have a groups and ungroups of the layers here. And I can delete the layers. Directly I can delete. And we have an option here in the layer palette, and we have select the 3 layers, and we can delete directly here. The same tools and the same objects what we have done, what we are doing right now, that already we have saw in the earlier sessions only. Come to here, export as PNG, means we can save as a PNG format. Okay, rename it, you can rename it as a some name, and come to here and rename the layer and layer styles. And this is very important, friends. In the layer style, select the layer style options, and you can double click on the layer palette here directly. Then we can see the layer style window. Come to the bevel and emboss. See, you can increase the bevel size. See the option, it is here, and we can take a size, soften, depth, counter, and texture. Like this, and stroke. I can give the stroke also, and change the color. Stroke, increase the opacity, and inner shadow. You can give the distance of the inner shadow, and choke properties, size. This is the inner shadow, and counters. This is the styles of the counters. These are the layer styles windows. We can apply inner shadows, inner glows, satins, color lay. You can apply a color, everything, and gradient with the 2 colors. Just remove all the things, you can get the gradient effect very clear. See, now you can see the gradient like this, and you can give the opacity, and you can scale it, and you can keep it as a linear. You can change the angle like this. Just give the bevel and emboss again. and counters is the effects of the layer styles. And I would like to fill not gradient overlay. I would like to fill some pattern. We can take a patterns. Already we saw the patterns in the previous sessions. Like this, we can create the patterns and we can scale the patterns. And outer glow, we can change the color and keep it the blend mode will be the normal and give the shadow of the like this. This is the outer glow and drop shadow. I can increase the size, take a distance and click the opacity and go the counters. Like this, we can give the effects in the layer styles. If you click it OK, then automatically you can see the effects what we have applied. Okay, I can switch off the eye icon and I can hide the icons, then automatically the effect will be removed. Okay, and this is one type of all the effects we are applying. Okay, and if you would like to remove these effects, right click, clear layer style, clear layer style. Okay, now I'm just giving a drop shadow only with simple, just double click on the layer, then automatically we can see the layer style window. Just apply only the drop shadow and decrease the distance of the drop shadow and decrease the style of the drop shadow. So I'm decreasing the opacity. This is drop shadow. And can change the angles, what the drop shadow it is there. Like this, I can increase the opacity and decrease the size like this. And sir, already you applied this drop shadow. I would like to apply this same drop shadow to this layer with the same properties what we have given to this drop shadow. And this drop shadow properties, already I can check it again, double click on the drop shadow. We can see the properties of the distance, spreadness, size, and the opacity and the angle. Okay, but I would like to give the same properties this to this layer and select this one, right click, copy layer style. This layer style has been copied and come to the box copy, right click, paste layer style. See, I get the same. I get the same drop shadow effect to this layer. Now just double click on the box layer, then automatically we can see the layer style window. Now I'd like to apply as a gradient overlay for this one. I'm just applying with gradient overlay with the styles and giving the drop shadow here. I'm just giving the drop shadow and giving the stroke here like this. I just applied 4 effects. Value 3 pixels. It is a outside, it is a inside, it is a center. I'm just giving 5 to the outside. Now you can see the blend modes. We can see the blend modes to blend the stroke in the background. See, automatically it is blended. The color is red, then automatically the blend mode is taken overlay. It has taken the background of the color blend and give the linear light, hard light, subtract like this. We can change the colors of the blend modes. Just give the normal like this. Now how many effects we applied here? Gradient overlay, stroke and drop shadow. Click it OK. Now you can see these effects in here and right click copy layer style and come to the this layer, right click paste layer style. The same effects what we have taken that has been applied to this object layer. Like this, we can apply the same properties to the other objects using with layer style windows that we can see here directly in the layer styles. Okay, and new fill layers, solid color. Suppose I'm just taking one more document, file new, and the width will be the 10 inches and height will be the 10 inches, resolution will be the 72, and color mode will be the RGB, and bitrate will be the 8-bit, and the background colors will be white. I'm just taking one more document here, and we have 2 documents here, friends. Now here we have an option layers, new fill layers. Means new fill layers means I can take a solid color. What the solid color we have in the foreground, it is a pink, and second one is a green. Just the solid layer it will take directly using with the foreground color, and I can change the color whatever I need. I can select this one. I can applying this one directly as a fill color. And this is called layer thumbnails. You can double click on the layer thumbnails and you can change the colors like this. I don't want this one. I would like to apply a gradient effect. To the gradient effect, come to the layer, new fill layer, apply a gradient. Just click on the gradient like this, and it has taken the gradient with a transparency, and one side will be the complete color and one side will be the opacity 0. See, the opacity will be 0, the opacity will be 1. That's why it is going to the shade of the edge. Then automatically the background color what we have taken with the green, that has been visible. Now click it here. You can take directly with the gradients like this. And again I can double click it and I can change the gradient effects. And double click, you can change the angle of the gradient. You can change the style of the gradient. And you can reverse the colors. Click it OK. Now come to the layer and new adjustment layers. And we have a pattern in here also. Come to the layer menu, new fill layer, and click in the pattern. We can apply a pattern styles in the direct the background. Click it OK. We can apply a texture, a pattern. We can apply a gradient. We can apply a solid color. This is a solid color. This is the gradient. This is the pattern. We have 3 styles. And come to the layer menu, go to the new adjustment layers. Suppose already what we have taken, file open to open a new document, and we have a shortcuts Control O to open the images and save documents. And I just opening one image here, double click. Now I just got this image from Unsplash. Select this image. Now I would like to increase a color balance to this one. Now what is the shortcut for the color balance? Control B for the color balance. Control B for the color balance. You can select it and you can transform like this. Sorry. Control B for the color balance. You can select this color balance window and we can see the color balance properties and select this cyan mode and magenta and yellow, and the shadows will be like this and highlights should be like this. And I'm just going to work with this type of effect. Yes, I would like to go with this type of effect. Okay, I got it, this one. Okay, then I would like to edit the same properties what we have given. Okay, when you click it OK, again if I press Control B, I can see the type of properties, what the properties we have given. I can't see the properties what I have given, and why means it is already I just clicked the OK. Okay, this is not a right way to present color balance. Again, I'm just opening one image, another image. We have so many images, friends. Just open one more image. This is the image. Now already it has taken color balance. Okay, and here also I'm just taking color balance with the adjustment layer. Here we can go directly as an adjustment layer here. Okay, or otherwise layer, go to the adjustment layer and come to the color balance. And using this color balance adjustment layer, we can see the same values, same properties, and same midtones, shadows, and same highlights. This is one type of option to giving the color balance. I'm just giving color balance like this. And come to the shadows. And come to the midtones. I just given this effect. I'm just closing this one. Okay. And here also I have given some effect. Here also I have given the color balance, the same color balance. But is it editable again? I can't edit the color values what I have given. But here when I'm taking adjustment layer in the layer palette, then automatically I can edit what the properties we have given here. Just double click on the color balance properties. Here I just given the midtones. Cyan will be the 0. I'm just keeping 0, 100. I'm just keeping 0. Here also 0. Here also 0. Again, I'm keeping the shadows. Here 100 is there, keeping 0, keeping 0, keeping 0. Again, highlights is there. I'm just keeping 0, keeping 0, and keeping 0. See, I can get my image back of this style. Okay, again I can get the image what I have taken from the starting image. Like this, we can edit the color balance using with adjustment options. Layer style, sorry, in adjustment layer. You can use the all the things like brightness and contrast. You can take it, click it OK, and you can increase the brightness, and you can increase the brightness, and you can go for the contrast. Okay, just close it. Again, the effect you have to see means just double click and you can see the effects. You can adjust the properties and see we have this flexibility in Photoshop to edit the images very perfectly using with color corrections. I'm just selecting the two layers, two effects, and delete the effects panel. If you go with the image adjustments, brightness and contrast, we can increase here also. But when you click it OK, then I can't edit again and again the effect. Okay, now Control Alt Z. Now go to the layer, adjustment layers, go to the brightness and contrast, click it OK. Now you can see the like this. Again, you can edit a multiple times. Select this one, delete the layer in the trash box. Come to the layer and masking concepts we'll see, and here the rasterizing. These are the settings of the options when we can see here rasterize. When it is a smart object, we can go for the rasterize. Okay, these are the settings what we have the predefined for the Photoshop of the layer properties. Okay, and come to the group layers and ungroup layers. We have seen the starting step. Select the three objects here and click it Control G in the group. You can move it at a time in the group, and you can transform at a time in the group using with Control T for transform controls. Okay, again Control G has happened for the group laying to grouping the objects. You have to ungroup the objects. Control Shift G to ungroup the objects. That the option we have here, the grouping and ungrouping. And hide layers. We can hide the layers here. See, come to the, we can see hide, we can hide the layers from the layer palette like this. Again, I can show the layer, I can hide the layer. I can show, I can hide, I can show, I can hide. This is the process, and we have a shortcut here, control comma in the keyboard. Control comma, where the comma it is in the keyboard, you can see here, and press hold control and click control comma, hiding and showing. We can hide and show the layer using with control comma like this. Okay, now come to the layer and clicking the arranging. Arranging is very important, friends. How many layers we have here? So many layers we have. I am just releasing the clear layer style. I'm just removing all the clear layer style, and 1 2 3 we have, and which one is the top of the object, and this pink is the top of the object. I would like to keep this object below the box object. Select this one. Again, I can drag it like this with a manual style. This is called arranging. Okay, and we have 100 layers. How can you arrange with a manually? It's not possible. Okay, now we have an option control right bracket in the keyboard. It go for a send to front and step backward. Control right bracket to send to the layer forward, and control left bracket to send the layer in the backward with a step by step. That is called arranging. Control left bracket we can send backward, control right bracket we can send forward the layers. That is called arranging. Okay, and we have almost 3 layers here. I'm just taking one more layer, friends, here. Completely 4 layers we have. Again, I'm just taking one more layer here. And what is the top of the layer? That is a purple. You can select the pink color of the purple, and I would like to send the object. I can send this layer at a time to the box below. How many layers we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers we have. I would like to send this object into the down of the below of the layer from the starting layer. Okay, now select this one. I can drag it like this with the manual link. Okay, but this is not a right way, and we have options here. Control left bracket means we can go from step by step. Control right bracket means we can go from step by step to the front, and control left bracket we can go step by step from the backward, and control right bracket means we can go step by step to the forward. But I would like to come at a time to the back to the last layer. This layer should become at a time to this box below layer. Then select this one. We are pressing for the backward control left bracket. Just hold control shift left bracket to send backward of the layer. To send backward of the layer. See, at a time we can see. And control shift right bracket at a time front of the layer. Means control shift left bracket send to back of the layer at a time once, and control shift right bracket send to the layer front at a time. Send control shift left bracket send send to back at once. Control shift right bracket send to the front at once. See, this is a little bit confused, but don't worry. And this is a very important shortcut you can see here in the arranging. We have a shortcuts here also. Okay, send to back and send to front. And what about the alignments today? Suppose I just taken one layer, new layer. Here I just taken one more layer. I just drag it, alt drag it to the duplicate, or otherwise we have one more shortcut, friends. Control J in the keyboard. And completely we have 4 layers. Control T transform. I can transform it this like this, and I just taken one more. The layers are it in zigzag. The layers it is in zigzag. I would like to keep this all the layers. Select all the layers using with control or shift key like this. You can select all the layers. Now you would like to keep as a top of the front, top of the vertical centers, and the align bottom edges like this. And keep it as a top, align vertical, top, this one. See, align top edges. Already it has been taken top. Then what about the distance between this two and this two in between of the objects? There is not a proper there is no proper distance of this of the every object. Select this all the things and come to the distribution horizontally. See, you can get all the things very clear. The alignments will be very clear. Okay, like this it is there. Come to the alignment session. I've just taken one circle, take a new layer, and this is a circle. Okay, and I'm just selecting one circle, the color, it's a blue color. I'm just filling this color, and I would like to keep this object. I would like to keep this yellow color object to the circle center. Sir, how is it possible, sir? Okay, you can select this layer and just keep it like this. Is it a correct center? No. Is it a correct center? No. No. Then what we have to do? Select the two objects, friends. Select these two objects and come to here. Click it center, vertical center and horizontal center. So everything is clear. Okay. Then keep this object only. I'm just selecting this object only and just keeping the top of the edge. Okay. Now come to this one more object here. I'm just taking one more object here, the purple. Select the purple and select the what is our source supporting object. This one is our supporting object, and select this purple object. And what is our supporting object? Hold control and click the supporting object. Then automatically it will be activated. Okay, the object will come right side and the bottom. like this, and come to the center, this, and come to the left, right, center, right side, left side. See friends, very clear, left edges and center edges, and come to the, this one is top and this one is center and this one is bottom. Like this, we can work with the alignments is very clear. Okay, that is a very important subject of the alignments and distribution. See how many layers we have. We don't have the proper gapping of between the this all the things. Select this all the layers. Select this all the 4 layers. Now keep it as a top, or otherwise keep it as a center. And what is the distance between these all the things? This distance is different and this distance is different. Keep all the distance equal, then come to the horizontal edges and vertical edges will be there, like distribution, the vertical centers, distribution, horizontal centers. You can select the horizontal centers and click it. Like this, we can select the all the objects and layers and Control G group and Control Shift G ungroup. Come to here. This is the thing, align and distribution and lock layers. You can select these 4 layers and come to here, Control slash in the keyboard, Control slash in the keyboard. Automatically see, you can see the lock layers here that will be activated. Control slash again to remove the lock. We can apply the lock and we can remove the lock while pressing Control slash in the keyboard. Now you can't move the objects. Layers is completely locked. And I can remove again, Control slash. Now I can move the objects. Come to the layers, link layers. And what about the group and what is the link? Suppose the group is completely Control G group. Okay, the group is completely safe to keeping all the objects and all the layers into the one single group. Okay, and it forms like a single layer. But what about the link? Suppose this is a object and this is also one object. Okay, I'm just clicking this object to this object like link, means it nothing like group only. I'm just clicking the link in the here in the layer palette, then automatically what happened, if you move this object, if you select, I'm just selecting only one layer, but if you're moving this one, automatically the linked layer also will move. If you transform this one, automatically the link layer what we have taken that will also transform. Link and group is the same thing. Okay, again I can select the both layers. I can unlink the layers like this and come to the layer palette, and here we have a lock layers, link layers, merge layers, and see I can, if the group is there means it is very safe. I can ungroup, or otherwise I can see the group layers and I can change the colors and I can edit everything. But when it will come as a merge layers, just ungroup it. You can select these 2 layers. Okay, now you just merge it with the shortcut Control E in the merge layers, and we have a shortcut here, Control E. Just click it. The 2 objects form as the 2 layers form as a single layer. I can't again unmerge the layers. There is no option for unmerge. That's why what happened, friends, we have to keep every time in a group only, not merge. Sometimes the requirements will flow as a merge also. Then you have to merge it. The shortcut is Control E in the keyboard. Merge layers. And merge visible means completely the layers will be formed into a single layer, that is merge visible. But if you press merge visible, you can edit. No, you can change this color. No, you can transform these objects. No, it's not possible to giving the merge options. Okay, now Control Alt Z, step backward. I'm just coming step backward. Now it's came. See, Control Alt Z, step backward. Again, I got all the layers. Now come to here, layer palette, merge visible, like flatter image. Come to the layer palette, and flatten image is also nothing but merge visible. It will form as a single layer, but we don't use these all the things, friends. We use Control G group, Control Shift G ungroup, and Control slash lock and Control slash unlock, and we can hide the layers and we can show the layers. Okay, and we can delete the layers. Again, we can get the layers, Control Alt Z, step backward, and we can take the new fill layers and new adjustment layers. We can rename the layers and we can go with a group, ungroup, hide. Arranging is very important. We can arrange the layers. Align and distribution, already we saw the layers. Lock OK, link OK. And we have a masking concept. These are the maskings. Generally, we have two types of maskings, friends. Two types of masking is layer masking. One is clipping mask. Layer and vector mask are similar only. Layer and vector masking, and second one is clipping mask. Okay, and what is masking? What the mask will do? The mask will hide the face, and what the visible part we have to see, that only it will visible. We can remove the unnecessary part and we can place into a what the necessary part we have to see, that only we can see it, and we can hide unnecessary part, that is called masking. Now come to the new document. I'm just taking Control N in the keyboard. We can take again one more document, and the same inches we are giving, width 10 and height 10, and the resolution will be 72, and it is in inches and 8-bit rate channel, and the color mode will be the RGB, and click it OK, friends. I'm just open one image. Sorry, I just opened one new document. Now come to here, file open. We can open some images. I just open this image document. Okay, now this is the new document we have taken, and this is a circle. I just taken one circle here. Okay, here what happened, friends? I would like to, this image has to be insert into this circle. This image has to be insert. This image has to be insert in this circle. How is it possible? Come to here. Here we have anything, any layer? No. Here we have only the selection. Here we have only the selection. Come to here. Control A, select all. Control A, select all the image in the keyboard. Control C, copy in the keyboard. I just copied the image and come to here. If I paste means Control V, it will paste. But I don't want the paste. I would like to insert the image into this circle. Then we have to go for the paste into, that is called Control Alt Shift V. Control Alt Shift V, that is called layer mask. The mask has been happened here. The black and white channel, the black value will be the 0 and the white value will be the 1. What the white value we have? What is the visible part area? The white layer only. The black layer is invisible part area, and the image what we have taken, it has been inserted here. Now I would like to transform the image. Control T in the transform controls, Shift and Alt hold it, and you can transform it like this. Double click on the layer. Now I can take a move tool in the keyboard, shortcut V in the move tool, just take a move tool and I can move it like this. See, the object is, the image is moving here. Okay, sir, now you can click it here, the mask is moving. Means we can move the position of the mask, and we can move the position of the image, we can move it. But what happened, friends, when I transforming the image, only the image is transforming. When I would like to transform the object only transforming. Means I would like to transform the both objects at a time. Click the link in between of the object. The two thumbnails, just keep a in between of the link, then use Control T. Now see, now we can transform very easily both at a time. That is called masking. And I would like to delete the mask. Right click, delete the mask, means automatically the mask will be deleted. Sir, but I want to disable the layer mask. I'm not deleting. I can disable the layer mask. Again, I can right click, enable layer mask. Enable, delete, and I can apply like this. This one is the thing. Okay, the mainly thing, this one. And automatically the layer has been generated. We didn't take any layer in the previous time. Okay, now we have, this is called layer mask, friends, and we have, I'm just taking a different shape here. I would like to insert the same image here. I would like to insert the same image into this abstract shape. Now I would like to use one more option that is called clipping mask for the selection. In previous time we have taken only the selection. I didn't take any layer, but in this clipping mask we have to take a source object, means I have to take a new layer. It is a shape. I'm just taken the shape layer. Okay, now I can fill some color, whatever may be, just take any color, and this is the source layer. I'm just giving the source of the object to the clipping mask. Okay, now come to here, Control A, select all, Control C, copy in the keyboard, come to here. I'm not pressing Control Alt Shift V, I'm just pressing Control V for the paste the layer, and Control T, transform controls in the keyboard. Why means I would like to decrease the size of the layer, and I can decrease the layer. Yes, like this, I just taken like this, and the object is in the down and the image is in the upon the shape object layer, and select the shape, the subject of the image layer, select this one, and Control Alt G in the clipping mask, use Control Alt G in the keyboard. Automatically we can see the clipping of the image document. Automatically it will clip into the shape layer. Again I have to release, Control Alt G in the keyboard. I can keep the Control Alt G. Again I can release the Control Alt G. I can make a mask, Control Alt G. I can release the mask, Control Alt G. This is the masking shortcut of the clipping mask. Like this we can insert an image into the any shape or any object. This is called masking concepts. This is called masking concepts. Like this we can create the objects, we can create the shapes, and we can create the images, and we can merge it, we can rename it, and we can group it, we can hide it, we can arrange it, everything we can see it. And see, now you can select this one, you can transform, means this one is transforming, and you can select this one here, only the image is transforming. Select the two layers and click it like this, then automatically you can select one object, then automatically both will be moved. You can select transform, the both will be transformed. Please practice, friends. And this is the layer palette. Okay, this is the layer menu, and just please check it.